Three, two, one. Welcome to the Catalyst Podcast. My name is Jason. Raw, real, and unedited. You can find Catalyst on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Threads, on TikTok. You can listen to the podcast on pretty much about everywhere. I think we're on a lot. I know we're on a lot. I don't have the full list, but we're on a lot. Catalyst has the power to create change. We hope that's what this podcast will do, as we've been doing the last 12 episodes. Oh, welcome to episode 13, by the way, before I get there. This is episode 13. So for the first 12 episodes, again, we've been talking about my journey through cancer. And we look forward to having you guys reach out to us and talk about what was the catalyst in your life. I think, yeah, we do. We have an email address. It is catalystmotivation561@gmail.com. Catalystmotivation561. That's all one word, @gmail.com. We'd love to have you on as a guest. All right. So we were talking about, I just left the job and I found a new job that kind of energized me. Earlier in the month, I found out that I'm officially, from my results, I'm cancer free. I have a little lung scarring, but that's about it. And I went from there to having the situation transpire at work. I was taking a lot of time off. I did an interview. That went well. I was excited. And as I was about to take this new job, the old place decided to let me go. So when one door closes, another one opens, I guess. But to know that I'm going to be cancer free is just amazing. You know, this man, Dr. Smuckler, South African, saved my life. And, you know, I'm super lucky. I'm super, super lucky. And I just remember the work I put in. And, you know, there'd be days where I'd be in the gym and I'd be lightheaded and have to stop. Or my back would spasm out and I wouldn't be able to move and I have coughing fits. And I just kept going and going and going because I had a why. I had my son. I wanted to see him, you know, graduate high school, graduate college, get married, have a baby, you know. And I want to be there for him, but I also want to be around to do the things I was meant to do, you know, to coach, train, mentor, and develop people and stretch them outside their comfort zone. You know, just a good feeling. I was really, there's so many emotions going through my head right now because of, you know, all the people who are responsible for keeping me alive. And there's so many people. And, you know, to see that there's that many individuals willing to invest in keeping you alive, that's a bit overwhelming. And, you know, for at least the way I look at it. And, you know, so there was a lot of endings and new beginnings. And in the midst of those new beginnings, around the beginning of this month of October 2019, I was reconnected with my dad. His wife gave me a phone number and I was able to talk with him, and he just thought he wasn't doing well. And I wasn't doing well either. Just the ordeal of having to go back to that job and the lack of respect, the lack of help, the lack of support, you know. It was hard. And, you know, now I'm back home and I'm healthy, so full steam ahead with getting divorced. And, you know, to have a victory like getting this new opportunity and the cancer free were so key. I got to go back to Pennsylvania and spend some time with family. And, you know, just for a couple of days, I actually went back to my high school. It was a away game, but I went to the away game and got to see my alma mater And, I'm walking underneath the tunnel and, you know, these kids are so friggin' huge. It's unbelievable how big they are. You know, I remember like me and myself, I'm 6'2", and I was like one of the bigger kids on the team. And, they just had to dwarfing me. And I got to see some of the coaches and, Coach Cap, he went through cancer. And so we had this bond that he's just a good man or a good woman. I made a good kid who's carrying on uh, the traditions of our forefathers with vim, vigor, zest, and gusto. Um, but I had the chance to be able to talk about what was going on with me. The school and classmate of mine has a show. Well, it's the Cougar Sports Network, NEPA football. And Scott wanted me to come up to the press box during halftime and we'll talk. And so I was able to go there and, he and I talked off before we got the interview started for a while. And there's a couple of people that I knew up in the box, and it was definitely cold, especially for a Florida boy. So I was bundled up and we did an interview, and it was, me talking briefly about my journey and what was going on, the medical side, not the personal side. And it was a great interview. It was a nice, comfortable, interactive thing that he and I talked, and we hit all the points, that you would do when you interview people. And it was good. There was a couple of people who made a comment on it, and it was fun to do, and it's fun to tell. All the people who were sending me messages, and some people sent me, gifts, and some people sent money because I was only working like almost like a week and a half, a month, 2 weeks. And I was on non-paid medical leave. So it was a way for me to say thank you to Valley, and we told a story about, because I guess he said, what was your favorite Cougar moment? And there were so many great moments with the school. Football continue to be. For me, I guess it was a sophomore, and Mark Spindler was a senior, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", something like that. I can't remember. Just a beast. Nicest guy on earth, but he was a beast. And, I'm on the field, so I'm excited. And he's right in front of me. So, it's a punt. Ball's hiked, and I go after him, and he's like, just stands there, doesn't move. It takes like one hand and pushes me. Like literally. Or at least it's what it felt like. And I got heated, so I started going after him. And, trying to cause a scuffle. And I remember Coach Bezalia calling my name, Connie, run away, he'll kill you, run away. And yeah, that was pretty funny. Good time. But yeah, I was able to go and do that. It was right before I started the new job, so I kind of got like a week off, a couple of days off. And my first week at the job, at the end of beginning of my second full week, I was on the road. We had this event, and on the way back, I get a call that my dad died. And I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to deal with it emotionally. And we're gonna cut off right there, and we'll come back for the next episode. This is the Catalyst Podcast, Rod Real and Unedited. You can find us Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Reels, TikTok. Catalyst has the power to create change, and we hope that's what this podcast will do. Thank you for listening to episode 13. We'll see you on episode 14. Take care and go be great.